Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Chiefs hosting the Ravens, and the Ravens are 2.5 point road favorites. The over/under is at 48.5 points. The Ravens are minus 148 on the money line, and the Chiefs are plus 124. Now, these are the pre-kickoff lines. They're going to change the closer we get to kickoff on Sunday. This is going to be one of the handful of games that are going to get hammered with bets because, you know, it's one of the better matchups. This and the Buccaneers game against the Eagles. Head to head, the Chiefs are 6-4 against the Ravens in their last 10 meetings. The Chiefs have beaten the Ravens the last 2 times that they've played them. The home team is 5-5. The favorite is 6-4 on. The favorite is 6-4 against the spread. The favorite is 7-3 on the money line. The over is 6-3-1. And at 48.5 points, the over/under is 5-5. And obviously, with how well these teams have been playing, they play each other often. The Chiefs did beat the Ravens last year, 27-20 at home. The Ravens have been their own worst enemy these last handful of weeks because they're 1-2 and they quite possibly could be 3-0. But shit happens, and that's why they play the games. It's supposed to be 82 degrees with no rain and 6-mile-an-hour winds, and Worthy is projected to be back in this game against the Ravens. So we'll see how healthy he is, and I'm sure we won't see any crossing routes with him and Travis Kelce in this game. And that's not even to be like a jab or a dig. I just think that they don't want him to get hurt in this game. As far as the stats are concerned, the Ravens are averaging 240.7 yards passing per game, which is 12th in the league. The Chiefs are averaging 223 yards per game, which is 15th in the league. Even though they've looked kind of blah, garbage time stats still count. The Ravens, 122.7 yards on the ground per game, which is 12th in the league. The Chiefs, 108 yards per game on the ground, which is 17th in the league. The Ravens way outscoring the Chiefs 37 points per game, which is first. The Chiefs are at 20 points per game, which is 21st. Now, as far as the defenses are concerned, that's going to be flipping the script when it comes to points per game. Now, the Ravens defense gives up 271.3 yards per game through the air. They literally can't stop anyone. They're 28th in the league. The Chiefs average 193 per game through the air, which is 9th. Spagnuolo's defenses are typically solid. The Ravens giving up 149 yards per game on the ground, which is 30th. The Chiefs, 114 on the ground, which is 18th. So middle of the road in rushing, but top 10 in passing, which you know that the Ravens are going to do everything in their power to try to run the ball on them. And that's why all these teams have just been loading the box and basically daring Lamar to beat them through the air. The Ravens giving up 32 points per game, which is 31st. Only one team is giving up more points per game, and hence you look at their record, now you understand why. The Chiefs are giving up 18.7 points per game, which is 9th in the league. So now the more important question where people are going to ask is this going to be a high-scoring game? Possibly. Or are the Ravens going to choke? Also possibly. The Ravens lost week number 1, 41-40, in which they had a monumental lead. Then they came out and crushed the Browns 41-17. And then a game in which they couldn't get out of their own way. They lose to the Lions 38-30, going for it on 4th and goal and taking a sack, having Derrick Henry line up for a pass from the 1-yard line. Not smart on that drive. Derrick Henry is fumbling in 3 consecutive games, not helping them because that was 2 drives where they could have had scores, could potentially have changed the outcome of the last game. For the Chiefs, losing a 1-possession game to the Chargers 27-21, then losing another 1-possession game to the Eagles 20-17, and then spanking the Giants 22-9, although yet again that was another one of those scenarios where the Chiefs happened to be on the right side of the Giants getting in their own way. Starting a game with a kicker who you know is hurt, so now you know that he misses an extra point. They go for it on 4th down because they don't trust the punter, to kick a 40-something plus yard field goal. There's 2 possessions right there that could have been it, and then Russell Wilson being afraid to throw the ball into the end zone. as much as I would like to say that I think this game is going to be a blowout, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. And as much as I would like to say that I think that the Ravens are going to win this game, I think that the Raven this is the game that has all the makings of everyone who's been talking shit about the Chiefs all year to be like, see, this is the statement game. So if the Ravens win this game, it's going to be because Lamar is going to be targeting Flowers more than he did in the last game, which was terrible. I really think the Ravens should win this game, but defensively they can't stop anyone. So I'm going to take the Chiefs on the money line. I'm going to take the Chiefs getting the points, and I'm going to go. I'm going to lean under because I do think that the Chiefs defense is going to find a way to contain, or at least try to contain what they're going to do on the ground, and they may give up chunk plays. We'll see if this is a bend not break kind of game, and if the Ravens are settling for field goals. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.